clipping coupons in the stock market.
Price gonna dip.
Bruh.
Hey, Jettas, what's going on? Welcome to episode 873 of the show. You could be doing anything, man, but you're freaking here. Dang it, dude, that didn't work. You could be doing anything, but you're freaking here, man. I always get debated, seriously, with the sound effects. It's troll. I'm getting trolled by technology. Anyway, starting the show off, not with Bitcoin. I know people are obsessed, but the Dow Jones Industrial, man, what would be more appropriate? I mean, this asset in the channel where it was never able to break out of it is now at the bottom of it within days. The demand line hit it, but not with much price action, right? I mean, it just kind of like plopped on down there, and like it did close off its session lows, but not by much, right? Dow Jones in the past, let's just be exact here, all right, on the math. I mean, it's 1,031 plus 879. Okay, chat. So Dow Jones the past 2 days has lost $1,910. Okay, so that's kind of insane. If you don't know about it, dude. What's up with this? Stop a little bit. Hello? So Dow Jones, dude. Anyway, if you look at like kind of like that major previous low to high, nearing the golden retrace, right? You fell below previous all-time highs. You're below it. You're below the 200-day moving average. I mean, normally when we hit this 200-day moving average, even if it's the first time, right, you bounce off of it. I mean, you know, you'd sell off, you know, after, but I'm just saying, like, each time you initially touch it, bounce, 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 no bounce. Maybe the demand line would be what usher in some buying tomorrow, where we get some sort of relief rally. And maybe the Dow Jones could stay inside this huge upsloping channel, been kind of in development since February 2019. Wow. Oh my God. All right, let's go to Bitcoin. I know some of y'all care about stocks. It's pretty friggin' wild. Pandemonium. You have noticed it's snowing? Great. Wow, dude. Hilarious. Pathetic people. Talking crap, dude. Really? Welcome to streaming, where you get judged for everything physical about you, okay? Yeah. Great. So from your low to high, you're exceeding the 236 again. But this would be legit. We close here or anywhere around here, it's going to be the first day where Bitcoin closes below 95.50. So the next real fib node is not 89.70 or 89.50, the 382, which is, you know, where there would be more perceived value here. 38% sale on Bitcoin, 50% sale on Bitcoin, 62% sale on Bitcoin. We're not there yet. 91.50. It seems like the next support, even though I do know, like on the 4 hour, 93.29 had been used time and time again as support resistance. And you have bounced off of that for now. But I mean, I don't know how much weight we can put in it. I mean, it's not much of a bounce. So again, the daily, yeah, maybe it's hidden bullish divergence. I don't know. At this point, it could just dump, and then, like, you know, in 5 minutes, once it dumps, you know, a few $100 more, it's not hidden divergence. So it's not really that strong, not that good. So I don't know, man. Again, you know where value is, 8K to 9K. We're not there yet. We're close. Okay. S&P 500 is officially oversold. This is the most oversold the S&P 500 has been since August 5th of 2019, which is where you bottomed out at before running again. So, I mean, maybe you get a relief rally, but you're near, like, from your low to high, a 50% retrace. You haven't even touched it yet. But one thing you did do today, you filled multiple gaps. One gap from December 13th of last year, and one gap from December 5th. I mean, I'm talking, you touched it like to Jesus. Do you see it? And you bounced. Music song.
What a wild couple days. Thanks for the TA, Mr. Midray. Let's get a sub spike Kings. 0.07292933 Zek.
Thanks, Claudia, for the Zcash contribution. I guess those ETCs are too valuable now, right? To be tipping me with, right? I'm just kidding. Thanks, man, for the not signature contribution from you, right? Yeah, I don't care. You sub, great. You don't, whatever, dude. Just trying to give market updates, which, you know, I mean, the past couple of years it's been reinforced that you like this and you want me to show up and do it, so I'm doing it, right? And I love doing it, right? That was why I got started in this. So, thank you, man. So gap fill and no lower before closing very weak either way. There's another gap at 3,092 right below you, and then freaking another one at like 3,039. You read it. There's just gaps everywhere that can be filled. But now you got to talk about the gaps to the upside. Okay, so say this isn't the top, and this isn't the world ending as we know it, and we're going into a major recession, depression. If it's not, and we do rally and make higher highs in time this year, gaps to fill 3,300 and 3,338 up here. Great. So you are in common retrace areas. There might be perceived value, but mother of God, there's no coinciding variables. There's no like buyer exhaustion at all. You're just oversold now for good reason. Where, you know, the S&P 500 collectively has lost 8% of its value since February 19th. Crazy stuff. All of them are, you know, the Russell 2000, Dow Jones, and S&P are all down on the year. We can look at the, I'll have a quad screen up of that real quick. It's not, it's, you know, we've looked at two already, but, you know, it's just kind of, I mean, this is the way I look at it when I'm not like streaming and stuff. It's maybe harder for you to see it, but, you know, top left, Dow Jones, top right, S&P 500, and bottom left's the IWM, which is like a, you know, the ETF of the Russell 2000, where this had a critical support, right? It had broken out and never quite made it to all-time highs, lower high, and actually had hidden bearish divergence. I don't think it's showing. Yeah, it doesn't show here, but it's definitely real if you look at it. You have hit the 200-day moving average, and you've closed actually below it. So, monkey ass. And then the NASDAQ that has sold off too is just not near as bad as the other indices. I mean, not even close. This looks like a flag almost, right? In this little nice channel, I mean, you're just hitting that heart line. So you did have a bearish engulfing candle today, so we very well could get some follow through price action, especially the fact that you break through the heart line of the linear regression channel, whatever you want to call it. You know, normally when you break that heart line, there's a chance you will see the demand line. Okay? Always possible with what's going on right now. CEO of Disney stepped down. Co-CEO of CRM stepped down today after the close. Goodness. Oh my God. Virgin Galactic reported earnings and they got destroyed. I mean, I'm talking like they missed by like 58% or something stupid. So, but I think, I don't know. Does anyone have an update? I haven't been able to, I haven't looked at SPCE, and I don't really see it on TradingView. I mean, I could, hold on. You know what? I'll put it to bed. Let's see. Peace. It didn't move much. Down to 32.15 after hours. Had to close around, I mean, it's definitely down. Had to close around like 33.50 or something. Okay, cool. Alright, so that's, I mean, dude, just across the board, you look at individual equities, it's terrible. It's real bad. I mean, Apple down 3.39%. I mean, how often does Apple drop 3% plus in a day? It's very rare. Anything, you just pick it, probably dumped. Anything that was breaking out of its previous all-time highs, they're all below. Amazon, PayPal, Nvidia, you name it, dude. AMD. We'll get to the S coins, dude, that you're all waiting for. I mean, look at this. You know, it's like AMD opened today at $51 and closed at $47.50. Huge bearish engulfing candle. Failed to fill the gap too. Not good. Not oversold. So depending on the macro does, low on price, maybe a higher low on price. Dude, if you luck out, you could get hidden bullish divergence, but man, I don't know. Just get out of the way of the train right now. Log scale. There we go. Very nice uptrend where you just up thrusted through it, and sorry, the indices sold off, so everything else pretty much gonna sell off too. Nothing's immune. Okay. Okay, so we got Ethereum. Just looking at it on the 4-hour, whatever, zoomed in view. We can look at the daily if you want. It's not enough data. Symmetrical triangle, you broke out bearishly, but not too much follow through price action yet. We're 100% measured move. We'll put you down at 207.69.
USA. Thank you for the TA and advice. Much appreciated.
Thanks, Grubman, for the 1776 patriotic contribution. Thank you, dude. Very cool. It's super cool, dude. Just any contribution to the stream is immaculate and truly blessed by those. Okay. So 207.69. Two extensions are down here too, right? 1272 is at 226, and that could very well be tested in time, which it's a previous swing high from the run. Just not too much selling yet. And I mean, like, I don't know. I don't think we can say there's bullish divergence of any kind right now. It's kind of unclear. But if you're talking about this valley to this one, I mean, yeah, you might be developing bullish divergence, sure. I think Bitcoin might be developing bullish divergence on the 4 hour. It's because of just your previous like swing low to this one. It's almost like Class C though. It's not like Class B or A, which are your strong forms. Okay. New low for Tesla after hours, 313.50. Oh my God. Why does it say that? Why does my Momo mess up like that? 313. It's done this before. Anyway, I don't know. That's trippy though. Look out, Tesla peoples. It had a pretty wild ride today, but it kind of held up. Okay, so this thing broke out bearishly, but hey, it gets sellers are exhausted. This could just spring back inside the pattern, whipsaw, and go to the upside. If Bitcoin breaks the upside, you know how it is, right? If Bitcoin does things positive, then the altcoins are going to do it too. It's almost like we're looking at the same asset in a way. I mean, Ethereum today is down 5.46%. Most things are down 5% minimum. You'd be lucky to not be down 5% as a crypto today. Bitcoin down 3%. Okay. XRP. Just terrible, man. Just awful. No, it's a dragon. Oh, just kidding. Bitcoin failed. So XRP failed. 4 hour, 200 moving average or below it. You're now at critical support. Extremely critical 25-cent support area. That has been used before as resistance. Has been used as support. Support all over. Support. All right. This is not a joke. I mean, you would prefer. I know it looks awful, right? Like, oh, shoulder head, like rightish shoulders. It's just miserable looking. It's like just showing attempted rallies have been pathetic with distribution. And it's like a neckline. If it was developed or was created, you've broken it. I mean, it's terrible. Now, it looked great before all this stupid stuff happened with the huge pattern, but damn it, just disappointing, right? This is just, I don't know how you could be attached emotionally to this crap. I just don't get it. All right, just look at, this is what we're talking about. Pathetic, right? An asset that is so trash, that has such little demand, will hit the 23% retrace and fail there, and will not commonly retrace to at least 38%. That shows no demand on this crap at all. Okay? You even had, look at the divergence manifested into just a scrubby lower high and a 23% retrace. So bad, dude. It's almost offensive how bad it is. Okay, we can move on. I don't want to get my blood pressure up. Just kidding, dude. I don't give a crap. I don't know. We've been looking at these in 4 hours. We're going to do the daily. It's whatever, dude. Just all over the place. Oh, I don't know, man. Let me extend this out for Litecoin. This channel, it had been in. It was up thrusting through it. Look where you are now. All right, you hit the demand line. You bounced. What'd you do when you bounced? You kind of double topped at a critical overhead resistance. Look left. With lower highs than the local high. Man, that's not that good. What the heck, man? Why are you double topping, making lower highs, and confirming pretty much to the market that this is the resistance? It is confirmed not once but twice. You're right at that 200 moving average on 4 hour, and I don't know. I mean, I guess, yeah, you're still in the channel. Great. But what happens when Bitcoin dumps, dude? What's going to happen? Litecoin's going to go with it. And I'm just seeing Bitcoin, and we understand with Fibonacci that we have farther to fall on Bitcoin. It's just, if we reverse at 93.29, great, man, but it's just not how it works. You're talking about like people perceive value at like a 31% retrace or something on Bitcoin. I mean, it just, why not wait for value areas like a 62% sale on Bitcoin or 50% or even a 38% sale? None of those have happened yet. Yeah, hidden divergence. Okay, it played out, I guess, right? Only to make a lower high and to confirm this as being a resistance, right? Twice. Not good. So you're bouncing in between critical supports, critical resistances. You're kind of I guess you could say range bound between $66 and I guess 84, or really $80. So who knows? I mean, look at the RSI. You know, like if market participants wanted to push this down further, they have so much room to run before it's oversold. I mean, the last time Litecoin was was oversold was December 17th, 2019. Now it was like higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, lower high. A little difference. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we'll take a little intermission from these S coins. Just go over to gold, where people I think took profits. And the thing is, it's actually bad. Wow, it wasn't this bad until just recently. Looks like a lot of weakness came in at the end of the day. Oh boy. All right, so you had a bearish engulfing candle on very, very high volume. Talking the highest amount of volume seen on gold since November of 2016. We're talking like today. With all the tumult in the markets, insane volume and selling, I guess, and engulfing candle. And what did that do? That got gold below 1640, which is that area we've had plotted, right? That was supposed to be a resistance support, either one. If you broke it, it should have been support. If you couldn't, it should be resistance. Well, guess what? If you zoom in and you look, you can see what's happening. You're breaking, and now you're back testing it as resistance. Positive Momo waning. You could just be resetting your oscillators. You get near neutral. You could even go in the red again on momentum, and eventually get that attempted rally to higher highs. And that could, you start making bearish divergence or something there. But yeah, this definitely had a down day. It looked weak going into the close. Okay, that's golds. Okay, so crude, energy, oil, whatever, it dumped and is below that critical support area. It's a big deal. Now, what could be happening, right? You could be setting up for some nice bullish divergence in time, but I don't know how low you're going to go. You probably, for targets to the downside, take that previous low, go to the high, and here's your 1272, 47.73, 46.07, and then the 1618 is confluent with this low down here, which goes just, you regarded it many times as support resistance, right? Normally if you do fall below it, you spring right back above it every time. So that's a serious level down there that in time maybe oil could get there. Okay, so not a good day for anything for the most part. Silver is the XRP of commodities. Not so recently. You're just baiting me to get me to look at it. I mean, really? Sorry, dude. XRP, you know, this is September 2018. It was at 1390. September of 2018. 1390. What was it at just yesterday? 34% increase in value. It's September of 2018. Yeah, I know, I get it. It's been terrible. Yeah, this is kind of like XRP, right? You know, huge, crazy run, then just very long, multi-year downtrend. Yeah, that's a characteristic of XRP. But you know, as of late, not really. It's been an uptrend. So yeah, you're hitting this 1869 overhead resistance. You failed one time, two, three, fourth time now. You failed. Now you're below another overhead resistance, and it's just like above that, you would have had to test 1896. After 1896, though, that's when you'd probably make that run to 20 bucks. So yeah, it's just tough to break that stuff. But you're still in an uptrend, right? Until you fall below the demand line. Okay, great. Have I looked at Baba lately? Yeah, I saw it today. I was scanning. Yeah, it hasn't been too great. I mean, nothing has, right? It's been all really bad. This is like one where I thought about it being a butterfly. Yeah. It almost was there, right? I mean, mother of God, how close can you get? Right? The 1272. I mean, it was there. It was right there. $2 and change off that PCZ. And dumped, rallied, lower high, dumping again with the macro with China. So now it could just be a form of, like, you know, I don't know, maybe. It might not be at all. Right, a bat. It's the bat, man, right? I don't know. Like, it could be doing that. That's a pretty big dump, and that's an attempted rally and a failure. That's confirming the lower high. That's confirming less buyers participating in Baba like February 5th than January 13th. Okay, so that's like, oh, confirmation, time to sell off. Look where you are. You're below your previous all-time highs. You fell below it. And you're not oversold yet. Last time you were oversold was in August 2019, like the indices, and negative momentum's continuing to build, so this could keep selling off, though there is a gap up at 212.96 that it could run to before, and it could backtest the old all-time highs as resistance again before selling. Always possible. This depends on the macro. Yeah, full Alibaba, man. China. The audacity someone would have to ask me about the Bitcoin chart when I'm 31 minutes into the stream. I should just be triggered. You miss Papa John's. Why do you miss Papa John's? It's with us always. It's in our heart and soul. Kappa. But I'll tell you, it is doing as it should. It has now hit the 1414 fib extension. This is another one. This is another butterfly, just like Baba, but this was a 1414 fib extension, not a 1272. So this is the PCZ or the PRZ where this asset should sell off and hit targets to the downside. What I love about the 1414 fib extension is also in this, it's not, you know, run up. It's been in for a while. From the high to the structure to the low point, a golden retrace. So we have confluence here. Fibonacci and fib extensions. Boom. Rising wedge. Someone pointed out yesterday or a few days ago. This is the area where you would want to see this. So it's time. It is time. It is really time. low of the pattern to the top of the pattern, if this is the top. Made a butterfly. Adequate target's $54. A good target, you just be conservative, $50, or if you wanted to go for a third target or be loose on that second target, $45.37. That's legit, man. That's how these patterns work. You know, these are where people enter their trades on shorts, and then they let it play out, right? I mean, and I think if it breaks above, you know, this area right here, I know there's the 1618, but it might be prudent to take a, you know, an L. Just slightly above that. You know, you can be as conservative as you want. You got some pretty good reward opportunity down here, right? So one could be kind of loose. They wanted on their stop. Anyway, Papa John's. I don't know why you miss it, dude. But Papa said sell. I mean, I can't tell you what to do, but what does this pattern tell you to do? William Battles, Ace G, Jeff Crowell, Wayne Batson, Logan King, Julia, hi. Book Tacit. So Crypto Lynn. Bought a piece of furniture today. The guy's name was Lynn. And I thought about you, literally. I'm like, oh, what about Crypto Lynn? And I used you as my mnemonics device to never forget his name. So, funny to see you in here, man. Crypto Lynn. I was about to ask, are you Crypto Lynn, dude? All in Pundit, au contraire. No, please no. I mean, no, man. Like, that thing is terrible. Old physical uranium. Yeah, dude. Good idea. I thought uranium isn't, until it's like messed with, it's not active, you know, radioactive. I don't know, dude. I can't remember the whole process of uranium. It's kind of weird. What's up, gentlemen? Brooklelinos. Okay. Cool stuff. We got a CEOS that somehow miraculous. Dude, it is a crypto miracle. Everything that's down on average 5%, EOS is not down. What? What happened, dude? PPT on EOS. Sorry though, it's still sucks. I mean, it's still like, look, I mean, it's a critical 420 area that you wanted to backtest and hold the support and rally to higher highs, but you didn't. You're now kind of like regarding it as resistance again, so we could very well see 370 in time, depending on what this macro does. If Bitcoin runs to more valuable areas, retraced, than EOS, and everything else in this market's gonna go with it for the most part, okay? I mean, I know, dude, I guess you got the argument that there's still, somehow, by the looks of it, hidden bullish divergence, I guess, right? At that low to this higher low with much higher levels of negative momentum. That's true. Just don't know how it's gonna play out if Bitcoin decides to dump more, right? Here's your EOS. It has to be enriched. There you go. That's probably something like that. I know that wasn't you, dude. Dang, man. Come on. I try to be amiable, you know, like have a joking personality for the most part. Dry humor, passive aggressive humor, all that stuff. Bitcoin chart, please. No. How about not? How about I don't look at Bitcoin chart? Makojo, why don't you look at Bitcoin chart, please? Nowhere to hide. Oh, that's not true. Cash. That's where you hide. You got a lot of cash. You can't be worried about anything. Okay. Yeah, dude, you take some additive losses in your, you know, retirement, your portfolio and all that, but okay, you know, eventually there will be value areas, there will be opportunities to take longs. You know, I mean, I don't think that this is the true top, that this is like what will usher in the absolute recession and or depression that is imminent, but just has not happened yet. We could be in the midst of it, but I guess we'll know in the coming months, right? What this is really going to turn into. But again, you're only down like 8%, 9%. Why is Tupperware down 50%? Uncle Rico quit from Napoleon Dynamite. He was after sales. Are you okay? You shorted the 3 times leveraged VIX. Are you a fool? I don't know, man. Like, I mean, dude, that's kind of, you be playing the VIX for like day trading. You wait for an open. Why don't I look at Bitcoin charts? Serious question. Because I literally said to you earlier in the stream when you said it, and I said I'm pretty much offended because I look at Bitcoin like first in the stream. Almost like 99.99% of my streams, Bitcoin's the first thing that pops up. It just so happens it was the second thing that showed up today because of how terrible the Dow Jones did and what critical supports Dow Jones was at. So, can I ask a serious question? Why you're late? Just kidding. But don't you get it? You can just rewind is what I'm saying. You can, you know, there's something called DVR and you go back to like, I don't know, 7 to 8 minutes into the stream and you can see the Bitcoin analysis. So, what's up, JPAR? Okay. Yeah, Tesla's got killed, dude. Down like 11%. Yeah. Okay. Oh my God, I'm so surprised. So surprised by Tesla's dropping. Imagine buying Teslas at these prices. I mean, really, imagine. That's so crazy. No value. Still no value. Like, this should go much lower. Like, come on back to $2 and we'll talk about maybe something. But as it stands now, you got a long way to go to the downside. We just talk about, I don't know, that lowest low to the highest high of the run. You're just now getting to the 382. Dude, you got to remember these altcoins, what they did like back in early 2017, where they had their nice runs up. They were like prelims to the great FOMO of that year, where they'd run up and they'd do stuff like this. And then they would sell off and lose 90% of their value before pivoting and running again to the upside. We're at a 38% retrace. So I'm just saying, I think that this could go lower, much lower. Look, there was that divergence that was there. So the 618 is pretty much like, you know, coming back to earth a little bit. Less Rudy Poo. Golden retrace. Tezos. Darren, I think people took profit probably. Or people got scared. Alright, man, just running out the clock. We got less than 20 minutes till the daily candle close. Oh, man. Dude, I don't know. I mean, we can go across the market. I mean, the altcoin market and just look at the devastation. It's all terrible. Look at Link, man. Link got killed too. Whoa, man. I mean, this is what you do. You up thrust out of a channel. You hit like all-time highs or 52-week highs or both. You couldn't break it, and then Bitcoin sold off, so Link kind of did too, and now you're at what seems to be the demand line. That's pinpoint right there. I know there's a lot of Fibonacci. What I'll do is I'll get rid of those. We don't need them now because these were like confluence areas. You exceeded the confluence area, but you just up thrusted through it. You never had any kind of real price action above it besides just chop before dumping. So yeah, you break this demand line. It's looking like the next support's $3.05. Okay, so I mean 352 now. You could see $3. Bitcoin remains weak. remains at premium prices. Yeah, 93.34 still technically some sort of premium. A little bit. It is. If Bitcoin sells off, this is going down to $3. Okay, huge spike in negative momentum. I mean, the highest level of negative momentum Link has seen since July of last year, and you're not even close to oversold. So that means the market participants wanted to push this thing lower. They got tons of room. Wow. What just happened? I don't know. These are the 700 people here. Hold on, I gotta do something I always have to do. Jeez, man. I hate Streamlabs. So trash. Okay, great. Thanks for the 192 likes. And today I'm asking that you don't sub to the channel. If you're here and you haven't subbed yet, don't do it, dude. Okay, just don't. All right, so I mean, just want to go down the board. Monero, NO. It hit its golden retrace, up thrusted through it, almost hit that overhead resistance, but failed. 99% of the way there. Sold off, you've rallied, lower high, selling off again. Still a huge spike in negative momentum. Not oversold at all. Yeah, I guess technically hidden bullish divergence, but what if the negative momentum gets to stupid levels? I mean, you still could have it on lower prices. So this thing's doing kind of what you'd think on the daily. And in the 4 hour, it had a wedge, right? Like a nice wedge. It broke out of it too. Just ran up to hit 86 bucks and failed. And it sold off. This bullish engulfing into a bearish engulfing. All these stupid whipsaws in this crypto market. It's all because of Bitcoin. I mean, it's the altcoins like are just doing what Bitcoin does. So you're now below the 200 moving average on the 4 hour. For real now, for the first time since January 3rd, when this whole run began. You're below it now. That's not a good thing, really. It's not. I don't know. I guess you're just holding on to this support here. I mean, this supply or demand line, I guess. And telling you, if Bitcoin drops, this thing's just gonna drop down to 71 bucks real fast. Look, support resistance right there. That's where it's going, dude.
Is that a joint?
My buddy just urgently called me and told me about Red Violet, RDVT. Can you look at it please? Also APR and going bankrupt would puts be a good play? Just wondering, not playing. Thanks bro.
What's up, Matt? Thanks for the 420. Look at this asset that has 92,000 volume on it. And automatically doesn't even meet criteria. Yeah, great that it's running up. That's awesome. It's just down 2% today. I don't know what how we would look at this if we'd anchor on the top or bottom. I like that. If you extend it out, I wonder if we get bonus heartline touch right here. I mean, that's a great way to probably look at it. It's like perfect. 2 on the bottom, 2 on the top. Heartline touch down here, heartline touch here, of thrusting through it and failing below it. Bearish divergence on the RSI. High on price, higher high on price, lower levels of relative strength, all being overbought. It's like bonus points on the divergence when you're getting it. The divergence when it's overbought or oversold makes it, I think, a little bit stronger because it makes it to where like the probability is lower that it would like continue to sell off in oversold territory if you're diverging, right? Got some class C bearish divergence. So I think that the next target for this could very well be down at like 21 bucks. Yeah, you're an uptrend, but what do you want me to tell you? I don't even know what to tell you about that, or there's not much data, right, at all. It had this little range. It broke the range. It back tested the range a couple times before going in the uptrend. And again, like, what am I supposed to do with Fibonacci? Like, do I go from this high point to low point and be like, oh, we're at a 50% retrace, so it's a reversal area? With such little data and on an asset that is 92,000 volume, you run the risk of not getting your orders filled when you set limit buys, stop loss limits, right? Profit taking limit sells. So you know, the criteria you want to look for on stocks is like 1 million volume or higher. You know, average daily volume, 1 million. Remember, this is less than 100,000. Packaged software. Uptrend, sure. There is no significance of XRP doing anything, dude. It just does. It's like underperforms and is at the whims of Bitcoin. I don't, again, like, I don't see the fascination with a utility token that does not even represent what Ripple is. You're not investing in Garlinghouse or shorts when you own XRP. You're just not. Get over it. Like, if you care about XRP, why don't you should care about Bitcoin more. You should be asking questions about Bitcoin if you care about XRP, not XRP itself. Earning call destruction. Dude, yeah, I mean, welcome to it. It's like, look at the long-term downtrend on MGI, MoneyGram. And look how it busted at the upside when it came to be that they are not using XRP, like their prices rocketed on that news. What does that tell you? Trees, grad colon, nice, dude. Enjoy it. Who cares, dude? Like, I don't know where Bitcoin dominance is going. Like, it's not even supposed to be something you use technical analysis on, because no one's actually buying it or selling it. I mean, like, I don't know. Here's the chart. It fell out of the channel, demand line, quote unquote. And yeah, it's pivoted and it's just sitting there. I don't know. Maybe it goes higher. No idea, dude. Oh, let's use Fibonacci on it. Erroneously. Almost a 50% retrace before reversing. Great. No divergence. I mean, maybe a little bit of divergence on the MACD, none on the RSI. So this could solve again. I don't know, dude. Not how it's supposed to be really done. It's hard to, you know, again, use traditional technical analysis on something that traders are not technically buying and selling this. Right? This just, it follows everything else. Thanks for the $1.99. I don't know. XRP is the funding machine for Ripple with no need to pay back. Yeah, well, you'll be able to when they go public, right? Or when they're attempting to go public.
Noise! Keep it up, brother. Def better than selling whatever it was for the man. Clinking beer mugs.
What's up, T-Fits, man? Thanks for the threes. Clinking beer mugs. Indeed. Big time. But I guess, like, we can look at the other one. This can kind of tell us some stuff, I think. Huh. I guess this is like total market cap. Right, where you were in this uptrend. You had reached, what? $300 billion. And you've since been making lower highs and now lower lows. You've broken the demand line of the uptrend. I mean, dude, just think about it. From the high point to low point, what'd you do before really reversing? 61.8% retrace. What'd you do before that 618? What would we do high to low when we hit the 38% retrace immediately hit it, and then pulled back, reversed, then made a higher low and ran again. So we've hit the 618 and we're reversing. So eventually you want to see this hold above 250 billion. You can see this support here, right? Support, it's a very major support resistance right here, 250 billion. So this could continue to drop, maybe 12 billion more. You got some wiggle room, but I don't think you want to really fall below that on total. I don't know, you know, Beyond Meat, dude, it's just like, it hit the 382, it hit the common retrace area twice, and it's reversed and no higher. Now it looks like you're just kind of range bound. You filled gaps. Look, there was a gap here. That was it. See, now you got a gap to the upside. I don't know, like say like Thursday. Be careful. I mean, what is the high? And it's like a double top almost. This could easily sell off again if things are bad, right? In this condition of insanity where people are freaking out with their money, Beyond Meat could lose its freaking mind. It could lose its price too. It could lose percentages of its price to the downside. Right? Because guess what? There's a gap to fill at 95.67. Look, there it is. See you down here. We can get rid of this because this filled. New gap. That could happen. Okay. Again, this one's filled already. So it's like this is the closest gap you have. And I think it probably depends all on the macro. And we have 2 minutes until the daily close. All right. Yep. Local on the 8s. Bitcoin not strong. Like the price action you can see on the 4-hour is weak. It's bearish price action right now. I mean, no Japanese candlestick is being painted that is bullish, like a pin bar or a hammer or an engulfing candle, Marubozu, none of that. Just lower lows than the previous candle's lows. And just fell below 93.29. So, and again, to reiterate, this will be the first time of the entire run where traders settled up below a 23% retrace from this low point to high point, right? It's retraced 23% of the way from this low to high. So it's now more. All right, this is going to be the lowest low Bitcoin's seen since February 5th. And it's certainly the lowest low of, this consolidation, whatever you want to call it. All right. Again, I think the next target is 91.50. Right here. Right, the wicked shear. But we know just based on percentages and where people commonly perceive value, it's going to be between 8,000 and 89.50. So between 8 and 9,000. Vegeta soon could be powering up and could be defeating Goku, right? Below 9,000. Yep, you missed the link, TA. Things have changed in the streaming world. I don't know, man. It's just different. Okay, so that's it. Leaving you with that. You know, we looked at major indices in the stock market. We looked at Bitcoin. We looked at gold. We looked at silver. We looked at many altcoins. We looked at the total market cap. S&P 500 futures are up a little bit, but dude, I said it this morning and last night, it's like, oh, Bitcoin futures are up. It's like, that's not good, dude. You don't want to open slightly higher than your previous low. You don't want to do that. That's a great opportunity for people to go short to fill that gap, and that can be fuel that would lead a much larger bear rally intraday. And that happened, certainly. So here we are. That's the lowest close again since February 5th, excuse me. 20 days, like 3 weeks. 91.50 I think is the next target where we are. I don't really see any major support where we are, dude. I think this should see lower prices. You're not oversold. You're not even oversold on the 4 hour. Why would this not see 91.50 maybe? Probably, right? It'd be crazy, dude. It would just be random. Yeah, it's an epidemic, right? Real world has to deal with coronavirus. We have to deal with these scammy, weird sex bots, dude, that are plaguing YouTube. It's not me just here. It's every YouTube stream has to deal with it. Look at it. It's like, how do they even get paid? How do they even make money off what they're doing? That's what I don't understand. Seems like a waste of time for them. But I guess if it wasn't successful, they wouldn't keep doing it. All right, man. So there you go. There you have it, chat. Another day, another stream. Tons of selling. Who cares? All right. I'll see you at 91.50. After 91.50, I'll see you at 9,000, 89.50 for the 38% retrace. And if you don't hold that, I'll see you at the 200-day moving average, which is pretty much at 8,800. Okay. Thanks for the, 750 people that could stand to watch me for an hour. Okay. So I'll just be back probably tomorrow. Thanks for everything. Good luck, Bitcoin. You got to show something, dude. At some point, there's got to be a bullish candle. I'll be back. Till next time. Respect the TA.